Okay, we got a video we're gonna react to.
How you liking it? People seem to be liking these.
Yeah, I like them too.
Reaction videos.
Yeah, I mean, because they're endless. We could do this.
Oh,
We could do this for 1,000 years and not cover anything that you and I just talk about.
as endless as TikTok is, will be this feature.
Yeah.
As long as there are TikToks or Reels, we'll be able to do this. Yeah.
And there are certain videos that are unanswerable.
Yeah.
And so you're going to have to push me on that, because we've talked offline a little bit. It's like, hey, there's some questions that I can't answer, literally because there's not an answer. It's only opinion or speculation. And you have pushed me, and you've been like, well, maybe people want to see you process an unanswerable question.
Yeah, that too. And to say, maybe even just to say, I think that's unanswerable, and here's why.
Yeah.
I think that's actually the answer to it.
Well, is today's video answerable?
I think it's agreeable.
That's agreeable.
Yeah, I think it might be.
Let's look at it.
Here, check this out.
If you don't like my wife, then I don't like you.
Ooh.
Let me put it this way. If you don't show my wife honor and love and respect and decency, especially when I'm not around, then I won't have those things for you when I am around.
Can you pause it real quick? Do you know where he's going on this?
When I first started watching, I was like, oh, this is interesting. And then, yes, as it further went along, because I saw there was quite a bit more, I was like, oh, I know where this is going.
Gotcha. All right.
Let me put it another way. If you claim to have love for me, but don't show that love to my wife, especially when I'm not around, then do you really have love for me? Because my wife and I are one and the same, united under the divine covenant of marriage. The two are now one. To have love for me is to have love for my wife. To have love for my wife is to have love for me. Let me raise the stakes even more. Now, if I have that expectation and that kind of love for my wife, imagine how much more so is the love that Christ has for his bride, the church. And I would hate to find out. I'd hate to be the guy that finds out exactly what the groom thinks of me, or what he would do when he returns and finds out how I treated his bride. Love Christ, love the church, love Christ. Just a thought.
Yeah. So I think it's helpful, because you and I have probably heard this idea a lot, but maybe there's people listening that haven't. Haven't put this together. So go ahead.
First, I think that there are people who don't respect the first part. The first example he gave.
Yeah.
They're already out on that one.
Yeah.
They don't. Yeah, I don't respect her. I'm friends with him. Hang on. If you don't love her, then you don't love me.
There's a danger of being around Christians a lot. Being there, I mean, there's a joy, of course, but being in that vacuum, there's a little bit of a danger that we start to forget that some of these really common, basic ideas are not thought about outside of maybe a circle we run in.
True.
Which is why I like to try to run and still stay in other circles, but it's hard. So, do you think this guy is arguing about don't talk bad about the church, or don't treat the church poorly, don't squander the church, or do you think he's making the other argument of, do you go to church? Are you neglecting the church? Which one do you think he's making?
I didn't think it was about that one. I do think it's closer to the first one that you just mentioned. I think it is what are you? How is your affection shown?
Okay. Yeah.
To Christ's bride.
Yeah. I can go either way. I don't know either, because I think it also speaks to people that don't go to church.
Yeah, I can see that too.
Because
you're neglecting it that way.
Yeah, people will say, "Yeah, man, I'm a Christian. I love God, but I don't go to church. I don't need church."
Full of hypocrites.
Yeah, they're full of hypocrites. And to that, the church usually says, "Yes, we are hypocrites." And we're the only ones that admit that we're actually
the only ones.
Because, but yeah, to
a healthy one will. How about that?
That's right. That's right. To be outside of the church and to reject the church is literally to reject the bride of Christ.
That's right.
And it's actually a sin. It's actually a sin to not be. Oh man, that's crazy.
Hebrews 10. Right through
yeah, did you see that?
Yeah, I
did you see that?
Can we get a slow-mo? Can we get a slow-mo on his shot of flipping right to that? That would be a great place right here. Yeah.
That was pretty good. That the Lord wanted me to open up to Hebrews 10. Verse 24 says,
it's like, I got you, Granger.
Yeah. Verse 24 says, let us consider how to stir up one another to love and good works, not neglecting to meet together as is the habit of some, but encouraging one another, all the more as you see the day drawing near. We must gather. We must gather together. We don't survive. There are no such things as Lone Ranger Christians. You won't make it alone. You can't do it alone. We must stir each other up. We must keep each other accountable. We must encourage one another. We must live life alongside each other. You must. God gave us the church for that. And if you don't, you're not going to make it.
I want to speak real quick to somebody who's listening or watching right now that says, yeah, but you haven't been hurt by the church like I have. I have. I'll just tell you that. I have. By a church. And there was something, and I've shared this with you before, but there's something that still called me and said, no, something inside that I felt the Lord saying, first you need to be in a healthy church, and then healthy love comes out of a healthy church. And I've seen more recently in the last year of my life, being in a healthy church, what it's like having that healthy love around you. And you contributing, but also you receiving, and the cycle that happens there, that when you are in the right place, what God does through his body, through his church here on earth. And it's unparalleled to anything in the world.
Amen. If you got a prescription from a doctor that did you wrong, did you harm?
Yeah.
Would you say, therefore, I don't go to hospitals. I don't go to doctors.
Well, and that's happened too. I mean, think about it. How many times have you gotten the wrong diagnosis on something?
Yeah.
Hey, we thought it was this. We're sorry. It was this, And that's happened to many, many people, and does every single day. Yeah. You don't stop going. You look for the right one.
Yeah.
Look for the good one.
You could change doctors.
That's right.
But you don't just say, I don't go to doctors anymore.
Yeah, I don't do any healthcare anymore at all.
Yeah.
That doesn't go very far, very well.
Yeah, and I think in the simplest way, a church that preaches more closely to the Bible, and I'm going to say this in the simplest way possible, a church that preaches closer to the Bible is a church that's closer to God. Mm-hmm. Therefore, a church that would protect you from this so-called church hurt.
Right.
That's kind of the easiest way to say it. It's a good video. We should all think about this constantly.